Thank you for being here. We really appreciate it. I want to start by asking, with season 1, it was very well received. The audience grew every week. It got so many Emmy nominations. What was that process of just putting it out into the world like after working on it for so long? And how did the reception of season 1, what was the mindset going into season 2?
I mean, we got tattoos. That's how happy we were. Inked myself. I don't think any of us expected it was going to be what it was. We were really proud of it, and our hope was that the fans of the game would be pleased, and that there would be a lot of new people that maybe don't game but could experience the story. I mean, that's kind of why we wanted to do it in the first place, to bring it to everybody. But yeah, that it turned into a thing. It was a bit overwhelming, to be honest. I mean, I don't know how you guys felt.
Yeah. I agree that we sort of, I think, didn't really know what it was going to be like. And now going into season 2, there was obviously the expectation of what season 1 was like, and the expectation to match that, or if not top it. And I think that even when I was reading the script, I was like, oh yeah, these guys are good. So yeah, season 2 is exciting. We said when we were making it, there's like more show within the show, which I think is true.
Yeah, I think at times you just forget how many people are watching it and care about it and are invested in it and are talking and arguing about it online. And then you're kind of heads down for so long, right? 2 years working on this season. Now we're finally coming up for air, and I can't wait to see what people think about it. It's gonna be cool.
Well, part 2, the game is a lot bigger in scope and scale, and I imagine that will translate to the show. Was there anything different or more challenging about approaching part 2 as opposed to part 1?
I think one of the challenges was its scope and its scale. That game 1, we were able to get that whole story into a single season. Here, we had to plan multiple seasons to think about the whole story and where it eventually goes, and then start with okay, this is chapter 1 of that story of this season. So that required a different kind of breaking of the season than we did on season 1.
We developed characters because time has gone by. So we're asking Pedro, what is it like 5 years later? We're asking Bella, what is it like 5 years later? But for Bella in particular, they went from playing a character who was 14 to a character that's 19, which is sort of along the path that you were actually on. I mean, I think you were 16 maybe when you first arrived?
I was 17, and then...
I thought you turned 17 with us.
I turned 8.
Ah, nice. 17 to 20-ish, right? So those years are massive in anyone's life. So Bella's going through that experience in reality, and then the character is going through that. So the relationships and the way that these characters, typically season 2, there isn't oh, you're a different person. It's not a different person, but kind of. You grow up. And so making sure that we infused that into the story and used it and made it part of things was really important. And I cannot wait for you to see what Bella did. It's good.
Neil, I read somewhere that you usually recommend that the actors don't play the game, and I'm curious if you can explain why.
Well, first of all,
it's a bad game.
It's a horrible game. You shouldn't play it. We do recommend that, and I think all the actors don't listen to us and they either play the game or they watch playthroughs of the game. The reason is, we love the game so much, and we love those original performances so much. Ashley Johnson played Ellie, Troy Baker, and Joel, and so on and so forth. We then bring on these amazing actors, these artists, not to copy, but to interpret, to internalize, and make it their own. And that's the thinking there. Is we always believe if we just copy, it's going to be a lesser version than the original. If you make it your own, it'll be different, it'll be unique, it'll be fresh, it'll be a worthwhile journey to go on with these collaborators.